Good morning, everyone. Whew. Or whenever you're watching this, it is Saturday, February 5th. As you can see, a beautiful, beautiful sunny day in East Tennessee, but it's a little deceiving on the video because it is 20 degrees. So it's nice and chilly out here. But me and the dogs are taking our little meditation devotion walk this morning. Just got off the phone with my best friend, cousin Aunt Betty in Indiana. She's in assisted living, and she is something else. I talk to her about twice a day just to see how her day goes, and she's as quick as a whip in her mind. But they have 5 degrees up there, so and got about 10 to 12 inches of snow in this last snowstorm. So I was extremely jealous, but they got a little bit of ice under it. So gosh, I had friends and family that had snow days and didn't work for Thursday and Friday, and that's pretty rare. So anyway, we are just out and about doing our walk, and I'm going to share today's devotion with you. Come on, guys. Let's go. Hey, come on. Quit digging. Come on. You can find critters up here. Come on. Jack doesn't like his coat, but it keeps him warm. He gets so cold out here. And if I sit too long, he starts barking to go. So anyway, so February 5th, it's titled The Humility of a Servant. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. Matthew 23:11. People often think of heart surgeons as the prima donnas of the medical world, but those who know Dr. William DeVries, the surgeon who pioneered the artificial heart, couldn't disagree more. Co-workers at Humana Hospital Audubon in Louisville, Kentucky, described DeVries as the kind of doctor who shows up on Sundays just to cheer discouraged patients. He occasionally even changes dressings, traditionally considered a nurse's job, if a patient wants him to stick around and talk. Friends say DeVries is an, quote, old shoe who fits in wherever he goes. He likes to wear cowboy boots with his surgical scrubs, and he often repairs hearts to the beat of Vivaldi or jazz. He has always got a smile lurking, says Louisville cardiologist Dr. Robert Gooden, and he's always looking for a way to let it out. No matter how high you rise, never forget that you started out at ground zero. Even if you were born to great wealth or privilege, you were born as a helpless babe. Nonetheless, real success comes not in thinking you have arrived at a place where others would serve you, but in recognizing that in whatever place you are, you have arrived at a position where you can serve others. And then the little quote says, "It needs more skill than I can tell to play the second fiddle well." That's very true. We live in a very ego-driven society, and gosh, the kids of today are growing up with social media and have to, many of them, it seems like it's a chase to become viral, to go viral. How many likes and how many hits did you get on your latest TikTok and Instagram? I don't do any of that crap. But I don't know. It's kind of damaging, I think, to people, and then kids who see that, want to be that, and then when they're not, it affects them. Come on, Jackie, let's go. But, and then I love this example too. My mother had cancer. Well, she died of cancer. She's been gone 20 years this year. And we had a doctor that was he was terrible. He had no bedside manner. He was not patient with us. I'll never forget my dad and I taking Mom to the doctor once, and we were so discouraged, and she just cried in the car and said, "Well, should we finally go to a bigger place?" They never wanted to go to the big city because we were kind of country bumpkins growing up in our little town of 300, and my mom never drove the interstate. That's no lie. I spoke at her funeral and said she did not take the highway to heaven. She took the back roads. But anyway, she just said, "Do you think we should go?" And by that time, it was just kind of too late. We just said, it's up to you. I mean, we want you to be comfortable. We didn't want to stress her out by changing and going to the big hospitals and things, but that's just one example. And so I really like how that relates to what we read today. So that doctor, I'm sure, has touched many lives. And, in my new turn in vocation, I'm trying to give back and really want to touch lives as well. I work with an amazing group of men who are really, really working to get their lives back and live instead of exist and overcome the power of addiction and whatnot. So Anyway, on that note, whenever you might be watching this and wherever you may be, I hope you have a very blessed day. So we're going to work our way inside and get warm.